Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to all of you in our YouTube channel Gurmantra Shiksha Ka Granth, and I am your educator Saranya, and today it's our practice session on plant biotechnology. So yes, we have completed plant biotechnology as well as animal biotechnology, but in between we did not do practice sessions. One or two practice sessions was remaining, which I'm going to compensate it now. Okay. So it is our plant biotechnology practice session today. Let's solve some of the questions, understand the topic, and let this be a revision session for you because I've already told you that you should start your revision. It's a very high time, and as you start your revision, you can go through the practice sessions as well. And after genetics, which is the remaining topic which we are going to continue definitely, after that we will go for pyqs. So as you revise, pyqs will become so easy and you can solve them very quickly. Okay, in the pyq session also I'll be giving you like 1 minute only, not more than that, because in the gate examination also I want you guys to solve the questions within 1 minute itself. You should not be taking more than 1 minute, that is the thing. So I am making you guys ready, even skilled, to solve any kind of difficult questions within 1 minute. If this question is not getting solved within 1 minute, then skip it, come to that question later. Okay, don't waste much more time on that. Okay, so let's start today's session, practice session on plant biotechnology. So today's session is basically for 30 marks. Okay, it is not for 20 marks, it's for 30 marks, and every question is of 2 marks. If your answer is correct, then you should give yourselves 2 marks, and if your answer is wrong, then you can give yourselves -1. Okay, it will definitely be counted. So what you have to do, you know the drill for our practice session. Have your notebook and pen ready with you. For every question, you will be given 1 minute to answer the question. You have to be very honest with yourself because it is a session which will tell you how much you have understood, how much you have prepared, and what is the next step you should be taking. Okay, after the end of the session, you have to total your scores and put it in the comment section. Okay, so give it your best shot and all the very best, guys. And I know this is kind of a surprise for you because you guys would have been expecting me to take genetics. Yes, I will be taking, but I thought a small revision in between would be a better thing because we did not do the practice session. Maybe I guess 2 to 3 classes we did not do because I wanted to complete the portions first, but I thought you guys should know like how practice is, and also it'll be like a revision session for plant biotechnology. That's why I'm taking this surprise test for you. Okay, this is a surprise plant biotechnology test. So let me see how much you guys have understood the concept and how much you have revised. Are you revising or not? Everything will be revealed in this itself. Okay, so let's start the session. So this is your first question. Read the question carefully and answer it. Okay, you can write in your notebook whichever option you are selecting, and later when we are discussing the answers, you can put a tick mark if your answer is correct and a cross mark if your answer is wrong. Okay, always be prepared that you solve your question within 1 minute itself. That is what we are doing from the beginning of this course itself, because it has a very important impact. Studying for your exam is one thing, revising, practicing is another thing. The third important thing is time management. How do you manage your time well in the examination? So that is why I am preparing you guys now itself. Alright, so the production of the secondary metabolites requires the use of, for the secondary metabolite production, what kind of culture is used? We have already studied this. For the secondary metabolite production, suspension culture, cell suspension culture is the most important one, because in that you will get high yield of secondary metabolites. So the correct answer is option D. Okay, cell suspension. Let's move on to the next question. So the pair of hormones that is required for a callus to differentiate are, so what are those two hormones which are involved in the differentiation of callus? You know what is a callus? Callus is an undifferentiated mass of cells. When they differentiate, they gain the function and they become a particular organ. Okay, so what are the hormones which are involved in callus differentiation? Okay, so the correct answer for this question is your option B. Auxin and cytokinin are involved in the differentiation of callus to a particular tissue. Okay, next question. What is dimethyl sulfoxide used for? So when I was teaching you about this chemical in our class, I mentioned it like DMSO. I also told you the full form of this chemical, but in case if you're not able to recognize what is dimethyl sulfoxide, I just wanted to give you a hint. It is DMSO. So where is the application of this chemical DMSO? As said earlier, whenever you are answering your question, read all the options carefully, clearly, and correlate it with the question. The most important thing is make sure your answer is appropriate for that particular question. Okay, so dimethyl sulfoxide is used for cryoprotection. It is used in the cryopreservation technique. So B is your correct answer. So let's move on to the next question. So what is totipotency? Okay, so what is totipotency? Totipotency refers to development of organ from a cell in a culture medium. So from the four options given to you, this is the most appropriate option for this particular statement. You know what is totipotency? It means from a single cell, a whole plant can be grown. A whole plant can be grown. That is totipotency. But in this particular statement, they have given you development of an organ from a cell in a culture medium. You might ask, this is not totipotency, but you should always see the other options. So development of fruits from flowers in a culture is not totipotency. Flowering in a culture medium is definitely not totipotency. All the above is not at all the answer. So check the options which is most appropriate for your question and only then answer. Sometimes it is not the exact statement which you have already studied comes in exams. Sometimes statements like this which is definitely confusing, but yes, you have to figure it out. Okay, so option B is your correct answer. Next question. So in this question, they've asked you in the tissue culture of parenchyma. Parenchymal cells they are in a continuous state of cell division. Okay, they are a particular type of plant cell. So in this type of cell, mitosis is accelerated in the presence of. Okay, there they've asked you this question in terms of parenchyma, which is just an example. Okay, it is just an example. Even if you do not know what is parenchymal cells, you should be able to answer this question because the key point in this question is mitosis. Okay, mitosis is accelerated by what kind of hormones? You know the answer for this is option D. Okay, auxin and cytokinin are involved in the cell division. And yes, cell division is the final stage of mitosis where you will get two daughter cells. So your correct answer for this question is option D. So let's move on to the next question. Okay, they're asking you haploid plant cells can be obtained from. Haploid means remember it has n number of chromosomes. Okay, n number of chromosomes from a single parent. Okay, either it can see when a daughter cell is formed, you will get chromosome from father and you will get chromosome from mother, and totally it will be 2n, which is diploid in nature. So the one set of chromosomes which come from each parent, this and this are haploid in nature. This is haploid. Okay, this is haploid in nature and this one is diploid in nature. So they are asking you haploid plants can be obtained from. So answer for this question is where can you obtain the haploid cells? Okay, you can obtain the haploid cells from the germ cells, that is from either the anther where you have pollen grains or the stigma. Okay, in the stigma you know the style and the ovules. So the ovules are the part which are involved in the fertilization process. So the anther and the ovules, these two are important in the haploid plant culture. So answer for this question is anther culture. Next question. Which of the following vectors is used in crop improvement and crop management? So you'll have to tell me what kind of vectors is used for the application in crop improvement and crop management. We have studied about this in detail. So I hope you guys remember it. At least use some common sense to figure out what kind of vectors we use in plant. Okay, for the plant biotechnology, what kind of vectors is used? We have studied quite about a few vectors. So one of the vectors which is really important and has application in your crop improvement and crop management is your agrobacterium. Okay, so A is your correct answer. Next question. So which of the following growth hormones produces apical dominance? apex. So what is apical? This is your plant. Okay, this is your plant, and these are the different regions. Like this is the shoot region, and this is the root region, and the this region is called as apex or apical region. For the growth of apical region, which hormone is important? So which hormone will be helping you in production of apical dominance? That is which happens here. So think about the hormone which is necessary for the shoot formation. So I'm actually telling you the ways in which you can break the questions into small parts and figure out the answer. Okay, so the answer for this question is auxin. They have not asked you directly like which hormone is involved in shoot formation. They've asked you apical dominance. So you'll have to break down the question into small pieces and figure out the answer. So let's move on to the next question. Okay, so the answer for this question, hybrids are produced by, is option A, the nucleus of one species but the cytoplasm from both the parent species. So A is the correct answer for this question. Next question. Okay, so your 10th question is, which of the following medium is composed of chemically defined compounds? So when you read the options for this question, you may be confused between option B and C. Either it is artificial medium or synthetic medium. So you'll have to use your brain and common sense to find that chemically defined medium, yes, it is a part of artificial medium. But in the question they are asking you which of the following mediums is composed of. So from this, which media will come under chemically defined compounds? So the answer will be synthetic media. Okay, because artificial media has different types also, like serum free medium, and you have protein free medium, but synthetic media is completely chemically defined. So this is the most suitable answer for this question. So option C is your correct answer. Alright, so the answer for your question is which of the following chemicals are most widely used for protoplast fusion? So the key word in this question is fusion. So which chemical is used for fusion? And you know the answer is polyethylene glycol, PEG. Okay, so this is the correct answer for question 11. Let's move on to the next question. Okay, so this question is what is callus? A very simple question. You just have to read the options and answer the question. Okay, so an unorganized, actively dividing mass of cells maintained in a culture. So this is the callus culture. Okay, B is your correct option. Next question. Okay, so the question is which of the following is best suited method for the production of virus-free culture? And you know the answer for this question is apical meristem. So the correct answer for this question is option B. Okay, option B is the correct answer for your question where you can produce the virus-free culture. Next question. Okay, so the question is batch cultures are type of suspension culture where the medium is loaded only at the beginning. Okay, after that it is completely closed and the process goes on and you will get the products at the end of the process. So this is what happens in a batch culture. So option B is the correct answer. Next question. Alright, so the question is, hairy root cultures for secondary metabolite production are induced by transforming plant cells with. So here some of the virus name are given and you have to tell which particular virus is involved in the hairy root culture. So the answer for this question is option D, Agrobacterium rhizogenes. So these are involved in the hairy root culture. So the correct option is D. Okay. So like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel Gurmantra Shikshaka Granth. If you have any queries, you can contact us on the email or you can simply call us. Okay, so thank you so much guys. Have a nice day. Keep preparing. And yes, I will bring another practice session for you guys after few days. Okay, it will also be a surprise test. You will definitely not know when you're going to have it. Okay, so prepare well.